Hello there guys, and welcome to this X-Plane 11 video. JustFlight is about to release their highly anticipated C152. They were gracious enough to provide me with this preview copy to showcase this aircraft on the FSElite channel. We are currently situated at Conington Airfield in the United States, and in this first look video we're going to be taking a look at the JustFlight C152 3D modeling, texture work. We're going to take it for a short flight and take a look at its features. As the aircraft isn't finished yet and probably receiving the final touches before its release on Friday, please note that this is not a review but rather a first look of the aircraft. JustFlight, without a doubt, has been making steady footsteps in building a name for themselves in the X-Plane world with this new edition of the C152. As you can see, the 3D modeling and the texture work is done to the highest quality, and in terms of authenticity, this aircraft looks very much like the Cessna 152 according to the real aircraft footage I have examined before making this video. JustFlight has done a phenomenal job using the available features in X-Plane 11 to model this aircraft to perfection. As you can see, the application of PBR, the reflective windows here, and the overall details on this aircraft really brings it to life. The JustFlight C152 3D cockpit has been modeled with the same level of quality as the exterior, as well as the attention to detail. As you can see, this is a highly authentic replica of the Cessna 152. As you can see, the rusty look here, the throttle, the mixture, the knobs and the switches. Again, the use of PBR and reflective material is done very well. They're really a serious contender in the visuals department, JustFlight. I really like what they do with their texture work. As you can see here, the seat belt, the aircraft interior looks extremely realistic, very immersive. It really gives the aircraft a very authentic look. All JustFlight aircraft now ship with a standard handy control panel to help manage the aircraft. The control panel is accessible here. It allows you to manipulate the aircraft doors, turn the reflections on and off. You can also start the aircraft by clicking on the startup wizard here. You have an access to a checklist here. It's an interactive checklist where you can mark the item as done as you move through the checklist here. You've got the fuel burn indicator, and you can access the sounds and other features. What we're going to do now is we're going to fire up the aircraft and take it for a short flight around the area and come back and land. Okay, we are now ready to power up the aircraft. So the first thing we're going to do is battery on, alternator is on, and you can find the fuel valve here. So we're going to click that, and now it's in the on position. Alright, so beacon is on, and let's see here. We're going to go about 1/4 of an inch in. Mixture is full rich since this is... So in the 172, the procedure is to put the mixture on full rich, turn on the fuel pump, and then the mixture should go to idle cutoff. This aircraft is does not have fuel injectors, and so we're going to do mixture full rich, and we're going to power up the aircraft. There we go. We have a good start, and we're going to lean the mixture. Alright, we can turn on the nav lights and taxi lights, and everything else is looking good. We're going to set the transponder code to 1200. There we go, on. And we're now pretty much ready to go. Let's check the flaps. Nice sounds on the aircraft, the engine sounds, the flaps. And by the way, this aircraft has got the circuit breakers modeled as well. All the circuit breakers here are modeled, so you can simulate failures. Alright, we are now ready to taxi, so let's go ahead and release the parking brake.
Scandinavian 70 Alpha, represent 130 degrees 12 knots, runway 10, clear takeoff.
And let's go ahead and Test the rudder movement here. And I'm looking here at the ball, moving left and right. Alright, we're going to make a short stop here before we enter the runway. So power to idle, and let's go ahead and test the brakes here. That's very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, so we're going to come over here. Let's see here. We're going to turn the strobes on and taxi off. Landing light is on, and ooh, need to put the flaps back where they belong. I don't think we need flaps for this departure. So release the parking brake. There is a ticking noise in the background that I can hear, which is a bit annoying. I've had this problem with another aircraft. I'm not sure if it's something to do with my setup or the aircraft itself. Alright, we're lining up here, so I'm going to push the mixture to full rich, and we're going to rotate at about 55 knots. So let's go ahead and advance the power to full power. And try to keep the aircraft on the center line here. Nice head movement here, the shape is nice. Alright, 55 knots and rotate. Beautiful. And we're climbing nicely now. And let me tell you, I've flown the C152 many times in real life, and most recently when I was in the US. And let me tell you, it actually feels like a real aircraft. Alright, we're coming up here to 1,000 feet. And I'm going to ease off on the power here a bit. The aircraft does handle very well up in the air. What I'm going to do now is we're going to do a few turns. So I'm going to do a left turn with left rudder. Now we're going to do a right turn with right rudder. My first impressions of this aircraft by JustFlight, it's probably the most successful of their fleet to date. Let me tell you, it's a lot of joy to fly this aircraft. If you like general aviation aircraft, I highly recommend this aircraft when it is released, probably this coming Friday. Definitely a joy to fly, very immersive. The movement of the aircraft is very fluid up in the air, and definitely the head shake feature and the sounds do add to the realism of this aircraft. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to head back to Conington Airfield and attempt to land the aircraft there. Alright, so the runway is right ahead of us now, and there appears to be a little bit of wind here as we come into land. We're going to slow down to about 60 knots, and we're going to maintain 60 knots throughout our approach and landing. Alright, let's go for first degree flaps. And again, I really like the sounds on this aircraft. Let's make sure the mixture is full rich, which it is. We're drifting away. Let's go ahead and correct the aircraft heading and stay on the center line. Definitely some gusty winds here as we come into land. Right, and we go to second degree flaps. some strong winds really as we come into land here. And watch for those trees. And touchdown. I don't like the screeching noise there. I do like the head shake movement. Alright, so we're going to bring the aircraft now to a complete stop somewhere over here. And this sounds like, no, actually I'm going to do, I think somewhere over here will do just fine. Right, and we're going to set the parking brake. Again, I do like the head shake movement very much. I don't like necessarily the screeching noise we heard as we touched down. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at our landing. Well, folks, this brings us to the conclusion of our video today. I hope that you've enjoyed this first look at the JustFlight C152. More information, including the price, will be available once the aircraft is released to the public, which is probably going to be this coming Friday, but don't quote me on that. The release is imminent though. I want to thank you for watching the video, and until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye for now.